Hi roses, my name is Tianna and welcome to this tarot reading. This is going to be a bit of a reality check message. Whatever you've been kind of avoiding but needing to hear, whatever messages have been trying to come through but have been blocked either by your subconscious or by other energies involved, this message is coming through to really show you what the reality of the situation is. As this is a general energy reading, everything might not resonate with you, or some things might resonate more later on. So take what resonates right now, leave the rest, come back to it later if you feel like it. If you are interested in more tarot content, you can find my Twitter at Tianna Rose Tarot, or use the link in the description box to book a personalized custom reading with me. Let's get started. What does this group need to hear right now? First, we have the card Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So I think a lot of you have maybe been underestimating yourselves, maybe ignoring certain gifts that you have, or not taking opportunities that would allow you to really step into your light. There may have been things presented to you that you turned down because you didn't think you were good enough for it, or you weren't sure if it was really the path that you were meant to go down. And that is okay. It's always important to listen to your intuition, but the challenge is to make sure that any self-doubts that are coming in are not getting in the way of what your intuition is really trying to tell you. And so for a lot of you guys, you are extremely magical, powerful, gifted, talented in different areas. You may have a specific calling, or you may not know quite what you want to do yet. You might be interested in a variety of different areas. But the point here is that you are being asked to recognize the light that you have more than you have in the past. Recognize just how much you have to give, and let go of any feelings of self-doubt or imposter syndrome that are holding you back from being able to do what you really want to do and are being called to do. What else is coming up here? Then we have the card Take a Break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. So for some of you, maybe you actually have taken a variety of these different opportunities, and perhaps maybe some of you have taken too many of those, where you've maybe cast a really wide net, and for others of you, you might feel like there's something really specific that you want to do, and you're feeling a little bit impatient about it, or feeling like there's pressure to do it all right now and to do it perfectly immediately. And again, with this card, with the way that this pillar of light is very concentrated, it's very direct. The light expands, but you are centralized. You are, as I said, you are direct. You're not distracting yourself or overextending yourself. And so for some of you, this is an important time to recognize that you don't have to do everything, and you certainly don't have to do everything all at once. It's important to take some time to figure out what area you really want to put your energy towards, but then also remember that rest is also important. If you feel like you've been grinding or really just stuck in like productivity culture, feeling burnt out, feeling exhausted, drained from kind of overextending yourself, you're not able to let your light shine as clearly as it is meant to, because you've got all of these different things coming up in all of these different areas. And this also is a reminder that you don't have to then go out and like impact every single person individually, or, you know, do every little part by yourself. Your light is like exponential. As you do things, it is passed forward. More people are inspired to then join in whatever you are working on, whatever you are passionate about. They can recognize your light, recognize how determined you are, but also how much you were, you know, really prioritizing the longevity of this work and making sure that you're not rushing through it and then burning out really quickly and unable to continue. And so finding that balance is something that will be really inspiring to others as well. And lastly, we have the card transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So again, you might not be able to see that these changes are being made. And sometimes that's actually a good thing. You don't have to, as I said, be taking a super active role in making sure that every little thing goes perfectly, or that you've learned every single skill or talked to every important person. Some of these things are happening behind the scenes, and sometimes taking a step back is the best way to actually move forward. And so these are changes that are happening at a cellular level within you, and especially if you have been feeling kind of that lack of clarity on which direction you want to go, or some feelings of self-doubt, those are changing. You may be holding on to these feelings of self-doubt based on a version of you that existed a long time ago and is no longer the present version of you, because of how much you are growing, transforming, even if you don't necessarily feel it. So you may notice that some of the doubts that you hear in your head are no longer applicable. And it's really important to revisit those. But those things can only really happen when you take a break. And then we had the Hanged Man card coming up, which is very similar energy. You need to surrender a bit, to release the kind of extreme productivity culture that exists within a lot of us, that's socialized into a lot of us. As I said, sometimes taking a step back is the best way. It's still direct, it's still clear. And then, looking back at how far you've come, the ways that other things have already grown. Maybe revisiting past projects, revisiting people that you've worked with in the past, people that you've connected with. Not necessarily to start those same things up again, but to then get inspiration or get new connections from that you have a network that's already growing. You don't need to start completely from scratch. Be creative, be kind of expansive in the way that you think about how to approach this situation. And remember that you have more than you think. With the King of Swords, you're definitely going to be entering into this more decisive and clear-headed energy, knowing where you want to go, how you want to do it, not letting these other things get in the way. No distractions. You become sure of yourself. But that doesn't mean being perfect. That doesn't mean never making mistakes. That doesn't mean never learning anything new. You're always learning new things. Then we have the Two of Wands. So you're also thinking a lot about the future. You're thinking about where you're trying to get to, what you want to make happen. But you also want to make sure that you're not trying too hard to control the future, because some things are going to unfold in ways that you cannot plan for. Yeah, even if you are taking control over the situation, even if you are stepping forward with your own light and your own confidence and knowing what you want to do, you don't necessarily need to know the how yet. The light that you shine is strong enough. And so I think a lot of you might be so focused on kind of this end goal that you are kind of missing the baby steps that happen in the present. And missing the fact that you can't just jump to the end. Then you're missing out on all of the lessons, all of the experiences that you could be learning through the process of going through that, all of the incredible experiences that you will have gained. You don't know everything yet, and that's okay. But that also means you can still start. You can still start, you can still know what you know, but recognize that you don't know everything, and recognize that things are going to change, and recognize that you are going to grow, and that you're not the same person that you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, even 2 days ago. You're constantly growing, healing, learning. And so you don't need to rush through it. You don't need to make sure that everything is perfect right now. You don't need to know everything. All you need to know is that you have a light within you that the world will benefit from experiencing in your own time, in your own way. And that as long as you stay true to that authenticity, the rest will fall into place. You will learn the skills that you need to know. You will meet the people that will connect you to where you need to go. The messages will come through to you about how to accomplish all of your goals. The opportunities will be presented to you. You just need to know which ones to take, how to move forward in a way that is clear and prepared, but also humble and also open and curious. So I hope that resonates for you guys today. If it did, please like this video and subscribe. If you are interested in a personal reading, as I said, you can find the link to book with me in the description box of this video. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.